No, I do not think it's unconstitutional. Okay, well, you all have your opinions on the legality of it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay.
I would have voted against it, and I've said the reasons I would have voted against it were twofold. One, in my opinion, it puts too much of a tax burden on our state for Medicaid that I don't know where we'd ever get the money. I said that in Washington, I said it at the National Governor's Conference, I've said it in televisions and the newspaper folks have printed that. You probably read that. So what recourse do we have? You have
Call an emergency session of the General Assembly and pass a health care protection bill, as Virginia, Idaho, and Montana have already done, and 30 other states are going to do as well.
And urge Justice McDaniel to approve the Secure Arkansas Ballot Initiative.
Did you not hear what I said earlier?
Yes, I heard. Yes, I heard.
Well, number one, I'm not calling a special session. Number two, I don't think...
But you have the constitutional authority to do so, do you not?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the only one
So
that...
do you not think it's important to protect the rights of the citizens of this state?
Of course, that's what I'm sworn in to do. But calling a special session would change nothing, and it would spend $65,000 or $70,000 a day, whatever that amount is.
To save
we can get it.
200 million?
Well, no, sir. It
Sir,
wouldn't,
excuse me,
it
but I
wouldn't-
think...
Wait a minute. It wouldn't save $200 million if it doesn't do any good. Passing a bill in an Arkansas special session has no effect on the implementation or the legality of the federal law. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jim, no, ma'am. We don't have...
It gives you grounds to file a lawsuit
No,
against
ma'am.
the
We have-
federal government if you pass a bill.
We already would have the grounds.
Then do
to file a
so.
lawsuit.
Then instruct Justin McDaniel to file a lawsuit and join the 30 other state attorney generals that are going to. This is not a party issue for us, sir.
14.
Guys, the governor has to go to a funeral. Let's be respectful of
I
that.
do have to go to a funeral.
Guys,
It's out the way.
Convenient.
Make it 15, please.
Do what?
Thank you. Guys, thank the governor for at least hearing us.
His spouse said 11.
I do respect it, and to express your views, and I will always represent your...
We're going to have an appointment with him.
Please move.
Let's go ahead. Who would like to go in and sign in?
Absolutely unsatisfactory answers to our questions. And for him to put a price tag on our rights, there is no price tag you can put on our rights. You're not going to spend $65,000 or $75,000 for an emergency general session to pass a bill to protect our health care rights. And so you're going to say, oh, we're not going to spend that money because your rights are not that important to us. That's the message I heard from the governor.
Thank
just
you.
now. And I think that is absolutely inexcusable, and we need a new governor. If he is not going to listen to our concerns, if he is not going to absolutely look at this bill and look at all the constitutional issues that are contained in this bill, that's why Americans are upset right now. We
Just
know
like
in our
Washington
guts
didn't listen.
that this health care bill absolutely takes away a lot of our rights. And other state attorney generals have outlined that. Texas State Attorney General, 4th, 5th, 9th, 10th, and 14th Amendments. It sets up an inequity that is absolutely unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment. So they have got to pay attention to what's going on here, and they are elected in this state to protect the citizens of this state. And he needs to enforce state sovereignty, the 10th Amendment, and he needs to pass a bill to protect our health care rights. And he has the authority to do that. He is refusing to exercise it. He needs to go.
Thank you. Yes.
Jackie, Jacque, Martin, Martin.
And you're from?
I'm president of Arkansas We the People Tea Party from Cleburne, White, and Independence counties.
Okay, and after hearing the explanation from the governor about how these things would not work, the special session or any kind of legislation passed by the state, what are your thoughts?
I've done a lot of research on the legislative process. There are other states that are passing health care protection acts right now. Virginia is one. They have filed a lawsuit against the federal government based on the issue that they cannot force us to engage in a commercial activity. This is supported by several Supreme Court opinions. And this attitude of, well, the supreme law of the land is the laws that are passed by the U.S. Congress. They're challenged all the time by states. states. They're challenged all the time by organizations, and we win in the Supreme Court when they've actually absolutely encroached upon our constitutional rights. And it is time for our elected officials in this state to take a stand and say they stand with Arkansans to protect our rights. That is what I am demanding. Not desiring, demanding that our state elected officials do. And I really am glad that Dan Greenberg, Bryan King, Ed Garner, and other representatives and senators in this state agree with this. And Governor Beebe is not giving a hearing on this issue. He is not allowing us to address our concerns. He doesn't even want to look at the documentation that I can provide to him today that shows that this bill is absolutely unconstitutional, not only under the U.S. Constitution, but the Arkansas State Constitution.